And welcome, my friends, to a new episode of Resident Evil 4 Assignment Ada ASMR. We have cleared Ada Wong's own individual campaign, Separate Ways ASMR, but we are far from completed in this journey of ASMR. We have Assignment Ada, another side optional quest where we play as Ada Wong in a non-canon storyline. With a cool new outfit and a different arsenal of weapons. Let's have some fun and relaxing times in this dark adventure of Resident Evil 4 ASMR. You really need to appreciate the brilliance of Resident Evil 4 as a game, for not only having a solid and fantastic main storyline, but also great extra content, such as this and Separate Ways. This will be quite a short submission, but it doesn't make it any less fun. So please, sit back and relax as we begin Assignment Ada ASMR. Please enjoy, my friends. Let's go.
Have you retrieved the sample?
Not yet.
Some kind of trouble?
Sadler. He knows.
Your extraction chopper will pick you up at the rendezvous point as planned.
I'll be there.
Mission objective. Collect 5 plugger samples and head towards the rendezvous point. Just like Separate Ways, Ada's mission is the same. Ada, have you retrieved the sample? That's pretty much Ada's sole objective in this entire game. For this mission, we have a slightly different loadout. We have the Punisher handgun, our lovely, trusty, reliable TMP, which I'm always happy to have in my inventory, and the semi-auto rifle with a high-precision scope. So this is quite similar to our loadout that we had in Separate Ways, except instead of the Blacktail, we have the Punisher, a gun that you get for free in the main campaign by doing the Merchant's Challenges. It's not the most powerful handgun in the game, but it's still, just like any other weapon in Resident Evil 4, powerful when applied correctly. So, Assignment Ada, we have to find 5 plugger samples, infiltrate the island, and then extract and leave. This is a really fun mini-campaign of sorts. I really love this outfit for Ada, this kind of SWAT umbrella-style uniform, with Ada's own personal touches added to make her stand out. And of course, she's still deadly. We have all the tools we need to make a proper infiltration and extraction. So, we need to find 5 plugger samples and leave. Our handgun is different, the Punisher. Notice how he shot through that Ganado, kicked that guy in the face, and it was enough to take him down. That is because the Punisher has the unique aspect that it allows you to puncture through enemies and shields. So if you line up your shots correctly, you can hit multiple enemies with a single bullet in exchange for less overall firepower. Useful in the right situations. So, because this is a mini-campaign, this is going to be significantly streamlined. It's all about getting the 5 samples and getting the hell out of here. This is a non-canon episode, but it's lots of fun. If there's only like a few things I would change about Resident Evil 4 and its basic state, I would have loved to play a mode like this with other Resident Evil characters, such as Krauser, Hunk, or even Wesker himself. small 30-minute missions where you get to play as another character with their own armaments. However, we do actually have a means of doing that, which you will find out in the next episode of Resident Evil 4 ASMR. So, let's be professionals here and find the Plagas sample. Or at least 5 of them. I like that small touch to Ada's outfit, that red butterfly symbol on her arm. Ada looks beautiful in the dress, don't get me wrong, but this outfit has its own kind of appeal as well. But enough talking about fashion, there's JJ with a minigun. Luckily, our equipment should be enough to deal with him. We take significant cover. Make sure no one's going to come after us on that ladder. With JJ, we need to immobilize his movement. A well-timed headshot. He's trying to get in position to aim at us. This is why it's important to keep that ladder covered. JJ goes down. Send them down the ladder. It is very satisfying in Resident Evil 4 to just be given a mission right out of the gate. Knowing you don't have to go through several chapters. It is literally just one objective and then get the hell out of there. Really gives you the feel of a special ops mission, especially working for someone like Albert Wesker, who would want maximum efficiency. He would want Ada to just get the sample and then there's no reason to stick around. Hopefully that grenade's cleared out underneath. Unfortunately, it hasn't. But our Punisher handgun is still coming in very handy. It's also a good way to get some more use out of the Punisher, as I didn't use it as much in the main campaign, but it had its uses. An awkward angle. Let them climb up the ladder so we can shoot them down to a better position. The sacred high ground is ours. A key tactic to Resident Evil 4 in general is a lot of enemies, even in the late game, rely on melee attacks. So keeping your distance will keep you safe and put you in a position to attack. Before we advance forwards, let's pick up any ammunition or items we might miss. Handgun ammo. Excellent. Would have been really cool to play an area like this as Krauser, Hunk, or Wesker. But that's just in an alternate universe I'm imagining. We'll get to see those guys in a future episode. Don't you worry. I'm looking forward to that one. It's great, though, that Ada gets a full-on campaign and a mini-campaign. Rather than just being a really cool side character, they did give us some love and attention, which is always nice to see. Get our TMP loaded, and our semi-auto rifle ready to rock and roll. Increase our maximum HP. You never know when an enemy could one-hit kill you. So, keep your health as topped up as possible to lessen the chances of that happening. Also, because this is a smaller campaign, it's going to be quite generous with giving you ammunition and item drops. Just as well, Ada's wearing that vest. Dampen the damage. This is also why the bowgun enemies... Damn it. The bowgun enemies are among the most dangerous enemies in Resident Evil 4. They do a lot of damage, and it's very difficult to shoot the bolts in midair. So you have to take them out quickly or deflect the bolt quickly, and it's a fast reload. But they go down just as quick as any other Ganado. So you just have to be aware and cautious. Continuing on. Take our Punisher handgun. Increase our maximum health. Let's keep going. No sign of the sample just yet. More enemies. Use all of our senses to our advantage, sight and sound. You can hear some of the Ganado's weapons, like stun rods, as a warning to watch out for danger. Even in this SWAT Special Ops style uniform, Ada still retains her animations, which gives off her individual fighting style and personality. While Leon gets up to some pretty over-the-top and flashy stuff, Ada has more acrobatic, classy-looking moves. Roundhouse kicks, backflips, cartwheels, that kind of thing. A hidden area in there, let's see. It held a treasure in the main campaign. So let's see if there's something lying in there for Ada instead. Need to open the path. Luckily, we've got explosives there. Demolition Woman, Ada Wong. So there is a treasure chest up here, with a stylish way of climbing. A hand grenade. Very nice. You never know when that could come in handy. Ritual sacrifice artwork. You can see the benefit of the Punisher already. The shield enemies you normally have to either shoot the head behind the shield, or gradually puncture it piece by piece in order to deal damage to the enemy. But, as the merchant said, "A wise choice, mate. His ammo will penetrate just about anything." He wasn't kidding. It's a situational weapon for its bonus effect, but nonetheless very useful when done right. Searchlights. Can we take them out? Nah. Is that an enemy with dynamite? Let's take the TMP to up our chances of stopping it in mid-flight. Get ready. Throw it. Excellent. Activated our trap card. Dynamite enemies can be extremely dangerous if left unchecked, but also very beneficial if you can counter them at just the right time. Do you go for just eliminating the enemy right away, or hitting their dynamite to take out enemies alongside them? The choice is yours for your own style of playthrough. Red medicine. Excellent. That will give us a full heal when mixed with green medicine, in case of an emergency. We're on the sacred high ground right now. Let's get the TMP. Shield enemies. We would almost never bring out the pistol for a shield enemy, but in the Punisher's case, that's why it exists. Also, when enemies line up in a row just like this, it's like dominoes. Saves you a little bit of ammunition. You have to use a bit more ammunition to kill the Ganado and send them to the Shadow Realm. But at the same time, it saves you ammunition by hitting multiple enemies at once. So it's good in situations where you're surrounded by a lot of enemies, but they also happen to be forming an orderly queue because they're very polite. Nice. Very satisfying headshot there. Off to the Shadow Realm you go. Rifle ammunition. And a perfect moment to use it as well. Bowgun enemies. quite a few of them. Stay in cover. Take them out one by one to minimize the amount of time we have to run around avoiding the things. That's another positive. They didn't really need to add a mode like Assignment Ada. Sure, it's reusing an asset of the game, the island area, but it really gives you this special ops kind of feel. Get in, get the objective, and extract, and you're fighting these military-style enemies. Two grenades, 2 first aid sprays, a full heal of medicine. Infiltrate. Gotta love that outfit on Ada. Fits her perfectly, doesn't it? Can hear the stun rods. Now that we are inside the facility, hopefully we are closer to the Plaga samples that Albert Wesker desperately desires. Or more accurately, he demands. Or else. Two enemies with stun rods. Let's not allow them to get close. Down with one of them. Plaga spawning from the head. Yellow medicine. Very useful. Can still hear a stun rod. Which means there's enemies still around. Let's protect the door. Another useful tip is to use your hearing if possible. You can hear when enemies are nearby. Now that the sound is away, we know the coast is clear. Nobody cussing at us in Spanish, and no sound of electricity. So in this short space of an area, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 Plaga samples, and the very end is our extraction point, with the 5th Plaga sample. Once again, it gives you that special ops feel. There's 1 Plaga sample. It's like Ada has been given the perfect intel by Albert Wesker. This is exactly where the Plaga samples are kept. Go get them. Any means necessary. The only thing is we don't have a large attaché case. So we hold the Plaga sample, a powerful parasitic specimen powerful enough to change the fate of the world. And we need 5 of them. They do take up inventory space. So we need to make sure we need to leave enough room for all 5 of them. Who knows what Albert Wesker will do with these things, but you know, it isn't going to be any good. His devilish plans. Can still hear some stun rods, so there's enemies nearby. So in Assignment Ada, there is much less emphasis on exploration and more about getting to the target and clearing your mission objectives, which is quite satisfying when you don't need to look in every single corner. In this instance, it's more about getting ammunition and healing items. But you don't have to worry about visiting the merchant and saving pesetas or anything like that. It's just get the target. So in this area, there was a Plaga sample somewhere. Take some hand grenades. Nothing else around here. the second plugger sample. Luckily, the regenerators haven't sprung to life, which suits us just fine. We don't have a thermal scope to deal with them. Enemies nearby. Let's get our backs to the wall. We have enough firepower to punch our way back out. We have plenty of Punisher ammunition. So that eliminates the shield. We also have a Road Warrior enemy. These enemies are heavily armored, but they are vulnerable to explosives and a direct shot to the head. Although that applies to most enemies in any game. This guy took quite a while to take down. I should have just went for headshots the entire time, didn't I? Just shows you the importance of exploiting an enemy's weakness. You save yourself so many resources by attacking the enemy the right way. Plenty of healing items. Keep increasing Ada's maximum HP. Excuse me. Reorganize our inventory. We need to make enough room for another 3 samples. So alongside this hallway to the left is another sample. We'll grab that one first, and if we go to the right, there'll be a 4th plugger sample, and then one at the very end next to the extraction point. All is going well so far, but let's not jinx it. Well-timed closure of that door. Unfortunately, we can't use the claw, which would have been very useful. Imagine getting to pick up JJ with the claw and just dump him outside like garbage. Taking out the trash. Another unique part about Resident Evil 4 is the unique sound design of the enemies. You can identify particular enemies by the grunts and noises and shouts they make. So we can listen to certain noises and go, that's JJ, that's a bowgun ganado, that's an enemy with a stun rod. Ways of giving yourself information to be prepared ahead of time for what could potentially lie in store for you. Luckily, we have been blessed for a ridiculous amount of handgun ammunition, which is a good way to show the Punisher some love. Very useful weapon. Not as powerful as the Blacktail or Red 9, or even the basic handgun at taking out individual ganados. But as a crowd control weapon, it's fantastic. Uh-oh. Run. Dynamite. Made it out just in time. It's an awkward angle to shoot dynamite from, so let's just eliminate this guy. Excellent. Sent to the Shadow Realm. There's JJ down there. I like how the mini-boss enemies, they leave the body on the ground, just to give you that feeling of, like a horror movie. Okay, he's dead. Or is he? Let's storm through to the 3rd plugger sample. Stun rod. Luckily, our trusty TMP is almost always with us. It's that useful. Ganado lock the door. You know what? We'll keep the door locked for now. Oh wait, we had to open that door though. Would have been cool if we just went through there and locked the door and kept the Ganados out. Time for a grenade. Tell you one thing though, that laptop in the table is very durable. I'm saying that because the laptop I'm using right now is definitely not going to survive a hand grenade. It can't even survive being left out of the charger for 5 minutes. So what I'm saying is, if you're going to advertise a laptop, make it like the ones out of Resident Evil 4. Just saying. Business genius here. I know what I'm talking about. Make sure we're locked and loaded before we enter this area, because we don't know what lies ahead. Our TMP is ready, our Punisher is ready, and our semi-auto rifle. 3 fantastic weapons in their own right. To me, one of the S-tier combos is just the TMP and the semi-auto rifle. Just those 2 weapons alone can carry you through the entire game if you get ammunition. But so can any weapon. It's all down to your own personal tastes and playstyles. Yeah, I know. My white tiger even agrees with me. Yeah, we gotta find the third Plaga sample, don't we? You worried? You think we're not gonna be able to do it? Nah, you know we're gonna be able to do it. An intrusion from a mystical beast. Everything's running around wild here in the Shadow Realm while I'm recording this. But hey, we've got a mission to complete here. The area where Ashley was kept. Just in the nick of time. That was a close one. This is why you always need to be prepared. See, shield enemies are difficult to anticipate. Because you don't hear them. But when they get in your way, they're quite deadly. The area where Ashley was kept instead hosts a Plaga sample. We're definitely going to take that. It's the entire reason we're here. It's the only reason we would be here. Don't worry. I know the inventory's a mess, but we'll organize it. Don't worry. Mystical white tigers intruding in my video. Apologies for the noise. Okay. Got plenty of healing items and plenty of ammunition. We should have enough space if we throw a few grenades out to hold the other 2 Plaga samples. Thing is, though, once the grenades are used, that'll clear up 4 spaces, which should be more than enough. We're getting close to the end of Assignment Ada. It is a mini-campaign, but a fun campaign nonetheless. More stun rods. Using the TMP in an area like this, as I said before, I'd love to play little mini episodes like this. Just reuse assets from the game and just let you play as different characters. Using the TMP in here makes me think, oh, what if this was a Simon Hunk or something? Go in with just the TMP, Hunk's knives, and just wreak havoc on all the Ganados. They're militarized Ganados, but then, Hunk is the best of the best, a human unit never killed. Just an idea, but still it's great to play as Ada as well, even when we're ambushed like this against JJ and a bunch of Ganados. Time to use these grenades. Nice one. That's one of the most satisfying grenade throws we've done in this entire playthrough. Perfect enemy to use them on. JJ goes down. The sheer power of the semi-auto rifle is understated. You think, oh, it's a sniper rifle, it should be pretty powerful, but not ridiculously high DPS. But it is. You got range, you have power, and a great reload time. An invaluable tool to have at your disposal. Not that I would ever dispose of it, it's so useful. Let's get a tactical reload in if we find TMP ammo. Plenty of handgun ammunition, but no TMP bullets. A shame. 87 left. That's all that's left in the clip. Dynamite enemies, come on, show us what you got. Come on, I want you to hit me. Oh. I didn't like that. Not one bit. TMP ammo and yellow medicine. Free Plagas samples. Increase our maximum HP once more. A small room in here with the 4th sample, and then right next to the extraction is our 5th sample. The lab area. If there's no regenerators, hopefully there's not an Iron Maiden enemy lurking around. Stun rods. Keep them an arm's length away. See what's in this briefcase. More handgun ammunition. We've got plenty now. An environmental hazard we can use to our advantage. A security panel, but there's no need to operate it right now. Well, I'm willing to bet that we will need to use it very soon. Keep an eye on that environmental hazard. Let's use it. Maybe not for a single Ganado. Oh, hell, why not? Let's just go for it. TMP ammo. The game being incredibly generous. The perks of being a mini-campaign. The game just throws lots and lots of stuff at you. It's like going for the groceries, isn't it? Just pick out exactly what you want. I'll prioritize TMP ammo. Yellow medicine, TMP ammo. We've got plenty of handgun and semi-auto bullets to do us. We're 2 samples away from clearing our mission objective. Plus, we're running out of space. Ah, there's the sample in the middle there. Plaga sample number 4. Let's mix some medicine to make some room. To give us the exact amount we need. Good amount of HP for Ada. Neatly organized. Uh-oh. The door's locked. That security system. Now the alarm's going off. Maybe we should have kept that environmental hazard. The things we do for fun have compromised us a little bit. Not to worry. This is why the Punisher is our friend at the moment. These shield enemies that would be a great annoyance are a lot simpler to deal with now. It's all about bringing the right kit and tools for the job. Spoken like a true joiner, though. Anyways. Operate the control panel. Now there's only one Plaga sample left. Where could it be? We're well equipped to deal with any situation this game can throw at us. Let's keep going. First aid spray. We've got plenty of healing items. If this were a longer campaign, I'd be taking all the first aid spray I could get. Make some space. Damn it. Speaking of first aid spray, I need to use it now. Clear up some room. Let's take a spare moment to use it. Oh, the red and green medicine. You never know when you might need a full heal. No, this isn't Pokemon. This is Resident Evil 4, but still. Never know when you might need this stuff. Even the semi-auto rifle has difficulty with the shields. Just shows you how useful the Punisher is. And how much distance control can affect the flow and tide of battle. Uh-oh, hammer enemy. Stop. Hammer time. I got a kick out of that one. That didn't go well. But that did. Very nice. TMP ammo. Now would be a good moment to recover our health. Luckily, we left some stuff in the background. So, while we're clearing space in our inventory and using it up, we can pick up the remainder of things we have. Let's go for Plaga Sample 5, wherever it may be. Let's see what Assignment Ada ASMR has in store for us as we obtain the final Plaga sample. It's quiet. Now why is that? Krauser? No warning, Krauser's here. Just like fighting him in separate ways in the main campaign, we don't have a lot of space to maneuver. We have to exploit his weakness of the knife. Come on, Ada, you can do this. You need to slice his chest with the knife. He's well guarded. Attack his critical weak spot. Go for it. He threw a flashbang and escaped. The knife doing critical damage to Krauser. But in doing so, we obtain our final reward, the 5th Plaga sample. Now that's a unique aspect. Throwing a Krauser boss fight at you in the middle of nowhere, no warning, just throwing it at you and seeing if you can deal with Krauser, with your limited arsenal and limited space to control the distance. But myself, Ada, and you managed to pull through. All that is left in our objectives is to extract. Let's go to this radio communications tower and signal to leave this forsaken island. I hope you've enjoyed Assignment Ada ASMR. Let's get ready to contact HQ and get the hell out of here with the samples. I can contact my evac chopper with this. Contact chopper? Yes. Let's get to the chopper.
Punctual. I like that. Is Krauser there?
He's dead.
Pity. But after all, just another expendable grunt. Thanks to you, however, Umbrella's one step closer to its re-establishment. Once it is, there will be significant changes in our world.
Albert Wesker, Employer of the Year. Closing out Resident Evil 4, Assignment Ada. A great little mini-campaign playing as Ada Wong. Obtain your 5 samples and a boss fight with Krauser for a streamlined, efficient, special ops operation in an ASMR format. I hope you've enjoyed Resident Evil 4 Assignment Ada ASMR. I sure have. It's a smaller video, but no less enjoyable. So thank you very much for your time and spending it with us. I'm your friend, Alakazam ASMR. And thank you so much for watching this video. But we are far from done with Resident Evil 4. We still have one more game mode to explore. And I hope you'll stick around. We haven't seen the last of Ada Wong, Leon, or even Albert Wesker. I'll see you then when we get to the next episode of Resident Evil 4 ASMR. The Mercenaries. This concludes Assignment Ada ASMR. Great. Start a game with a separate ways clear file, and you can buy a Chicago typewriter from the merchant. A powerful, optional, and extremely efficient weapon. Famous for being used by the Mafia, now can be used by Ada or Leon after completing the main story. This has been Assignment Ada ASMR, and now a quick preview of the next episode. The Mercenaries ASMR, a game mode so popular fans demanded it to be a whole game in its own right. You'll get to see pure, unfiltered combat with all the limits removed. You will get to see various Resident Evil characters unleashed at their maximum potential. And I hope you enjoy when that video arrives. Until then, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, or even check out the entirety of this Resident Evil 4 playthrough on my playlist section. But until then, this is your friend Alakazam ASMR, hoping that you, no matter who you are or where you are, you have a wonderful time. Take care of yourself, my friends. I love you. And adios, my friends.